Hey everyone, it's the Angry Honey Badger, and I'm coming to you with another build video, playing as Heimerdinger, today in the middle. Ignore all of the white damage things, I don't know why, but LOL replay was freaking out, so everything looks like true damage, even though it's not. But like I said, playing Heimerdinger in the middle. Started with a Mechie Pendant at level 1 in pots, because the first item I'm going to build it into will be the Chalice of Harmony, for all of that mana regen goodness, because it's going to be great for Heimerdinger since he uses lots and lots of mana, because he is very fun to spam and poke. As you can see that the Lux has been taking damage. At level 1 I do take my Q first, which is his turret. Now from here you can do a couple of different things. You can either level up your turrets all the way first if you kind of are getting pushed by somebody, even though Heimer's an incredibly good pusher because of his turrets. Here, Kale's going to actually come around and come in on who we would call Lux. Here, I'm going to flash forward for some apparent reason and standard attack her to death and get first blood. That was kind of sloppy, actually, but that's okay, because first blood's first blood, and we're definitely going to take that. But good gank by top Kale. That's a smart Kale player right there. But like I was saying, level 1, I take my Q, and then at level 2, I take my W, which would be his rockets that are also ridiculous, but mostly awesome. And yeah, I usually will level up my W sometimes, or sometimes I'll level up my Q. It's kind of an in-between thing. If you can get really good poke off with your W, it's great to level that up because it does crazy damage. If not, getting your turrets up is never a bad thing, especially in a fight when you got a couple of really strong turrets for you going around. I think this game I'm leveling up my turrets because they have a Twitch, or no, Trendemir. So I just want some safety in my lane, because when something's going to go awry, like right now, when there's people around, stick close to your turrets, because they will do the damage for you. There I baited him around the turret, and then I gave the turret that slow with my ultimate, and buffing it up. Then I'm going to pick up the kill on Trendemir here. I'm going to wait in the bush, see where Lux is trying to go. I can see she threw her ball over there and find out over here. I'll throw another turret down and let that do almost all the damage to her. I don't know why she thought she could fight that, but I'm going to go ahead and take what was going to be a gank and turn that into basically a double kill. So that first time back, I did get that Chalice and, you know, my first boot. Now this last time back, after getting those 2 kills, I am going to finish off my Magic Penetration boots, which is going to be lovely. I also do take a point. Don't forget to take a point in your E, which is your blind, and it can stun him, which is nice. And it does damage as well. All this fun stuff, really. But like I said, oh, that was a really bad ult by Lux. I don't think this Lux player is honestly that good, which is fine. It makes an easy build video for me. But like I said, gonna be doing all that fun stuff. I take Flash Ignite typically with Heimerdinger. I'm not the world's greatest Heimerdinger player. I'm alright. I usually do pretty well. I've seen other kids who just wreck with him. There would be the Riven coming through, and yeah, they don't like me mid. They're going to try to do some damage to me once again. Lux, no dice on that. She took a lot of damage too from those minions. She's going to have to go back. But like I was saying, there's a lot of kids who are really good with Heimerdinger. I'm pretty good with him. I don't have too many problems with him. But typically, you can just wreck face with him mid, and you can push the lane and farm really awesomely with him. So, yeah, all that fun stuff. Turrets are getting buffed up even more. Going to set one of those down in front of their turret because it will continue to shoot at it or minions. There we have Trendemir coming out to do some pokes to me, but he's taking some damage from my turrets. I always like leaving one turret in the middle of lane, though, when I am going to go forward and push, because if I need to retreat, it's nice to have one turret to sit there for you in case you need to do the damage for you when you're running away, because that'll usually deter people from coming to try to kill you. Or, I mean, once again, if you need to slow them down then, and you walk past your turret that you've left in the middle, you can go ahead and activate your ultimate, which will then also put the slow on them as well, and then you're just kind of safe. So I'd like to stagger my turrets a little bit until I'm in the middle of a fight, and then I start dropping them where I need to. But that would be that for the turrets. That last time I went back, I did buy a blasting wand. Now, I think when I made this game, this is going to put a date on it really well, I don't think Athena's Unholy Grail was actually an item at the time, which is why the Chalice is just sitting at Chalice form and not anything further. Nowadays, when I do play Heimerdinger, and I just don't have any of those games recorded, I will build that eventually, but right now, I'm actually going to go for my next item. We got Kog'Maw moving in, and our Lux ulted too. There, my turret's down and doing some damage. I'm going to use my ultimate to buff my turrets back up. Going to pick up an assist on the Riven and an assist on the Soraka. And now I'm going to pick up the kill on Lux, and then I'm going to try to come help my team out over here with this Tryndamere, but I think he's going to get away. I'm not going to get caught up to him. Minion pathing and the fun stuff. But like I was saying, I usually get that Unholy Grail nowadays with Heimerdinger. It's awesome for the cooldown reduction, and the always having mana thing is also good to have with Heimerdinger. Right now, I am building towards my death cap. Outrageous amounts of damage with Heimerdinger is kind of the way to go. As for my mastery page that I do take for Heimerdinger, it's your typical AP mid style setup for the most part. I go with the 21 in the offensive tree, getting all the AP items in that, and then I take the few 9 I need in the utility tree to get me that increased mana regen, and a few of those other nice perks. I think there's some move speed in there, and some other good stuff. So that's what I do for my masteries. As for my rune page, typically with Heimerdinger, I don't know if I had him this game, but I will usually have my magic penetration marks. I usually have my flat AP quintessences. I will have my mana regen seals, and then my glyphs are either cooldown reduction glyphs, or I go with the AP per level glyphs. Just kind of depends on the feeling that I am in. Kale is in the middle of this fight. I think she's going to alter herself. I have a turret, my turret's down in there, and my ultimate activated, and I am getting a kill on Lux. She's going to get away because I took the blast from the Caitlyn. I'm going to die under the tower, though, but not before I pick up another kill on the Riven, since she is tanking. And I think, are they going to go find Tryndamere? They might. I don't know, though. But I picked up another kill. Doing pretty good so far this game. I just finished off the death cap, and now I have another blasting wand. I get that death cap fairly quick because the massive amounts of AP that it grants you is phenomenally great with the Heimerdinger and all that fun stuff. So, as I was stating, we're just going to restate things. Just going to be super restated. What's going on in here? A fight. That's fun. Oh, I am going to get pickled beyond all reason. I should have just retreated. This would be a mistake. There's a stun in whatchamacallit. Just doing some damage to who I can. I was doing pretty good damage to them. But now I got them coming around me. I got nowhere I can really go. Could flash, but that'd probably be a waste of it. I will pick up a kill on the Caitlyn with my turret really quick before I die to Lux. But I'm just glad I could get one kill out of that before I died. Now, that last time back, I did buy that Blasting Wand, and I'm going to be building that Blasting Wand into Rylai's Crystal Scepter. It's going to be great for the slow, and it is going to be great for having a little bit of health to it as well, which is going to make me, I don't want to say tanky, but it's definitely going to let me survive a little bit more damage. Heimerdinger, you kind of want to hang out in the back a little bit. You don't want to necessarily be in their faces if you can't help it. He is fairly squishy. He will die quickly. But, and his rockets have great range along with his blind, and his turrets are just awesome to sit out. I put one there because it's going to tear that Lux apart while she runs in here. Now she's down to half health. I'm going to be throwing some rockets in there when I can to do some damage. And my blind, I think right now, is going to pick up a kill on the Lux. Yes, it will. And Kale's hanging out in the back. I'm going to throw down a turret. And that's going to do some damage. We got Riven running at me. I'm going to throw a blind at her. And then going to pick up the triple kill on her. Kogman's going to pick up the kill on the Caitlyn. It's going to be nice. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Yeah, Amplifying Tome that last time I went back because, like I said, Rylai's Crystal Scepter, that's the way to go. Oh, Heimerdinger, you're so ridiculously randomly fun. I think the first time I played him, it was because he was free one week, and I was like, hey, he seems annoying sometimes, and I played him, and I think the first time I played him, it was kind of a slaughter. And, yeah, he does ridiculously good damage. Those rockets are surprisingly powerful. The blind surprisingly powerful. I'm going to guess that this team's going to surrender shortly because that seems to be the thing to do when your Heimerdinger is just kind of wrecking face, along with the rest of your team. And your Lux on your team, the other team, can't seem to do any damage at all to anyone. So, all that fun stuff. Just running around. Nonsense, I tell you. It's nonsense. But, yeah, that's pretty much the way I start things. Right now, then, would probably be a great time to finish off your Chalice of Harmony into Athena's Unholy Grail. After that, there's a few different ways you could go with him. If they're getting to you quick, I always think Zhonya's Hourglass is going to be a great item in case you get jumped on and you need to go into stasis. Also, the little bit of armor is going to be very, very helpful since you don't have much of it, so nothing to forget there. And then the Abyssal Scepter, always a great follow-up item to get for the magic resist and the little bit more magic pen you get. But that's going to be the game, guys. If you like what you saw, I would appreciate it if you liked, subscribed, and shared this video. Other than that, guys, I will see you all in the next build video.